what I would like to ask you is, how do you feel as children being news reporters and with everything that has happened in the wake of our city?
I feel good because when I grow up, I could look back on this and I could say that I was a news reporter for 3 years, and when I grow up, I could probably use this opportunity.
That's wonderful. What would you like to become?
In the Army. I like to deal with computers.
And what is your name?
Sophia.
Thank you, Ria. What is your name? What is your name?
Violet. And I feel that it's a privilege really to be a news reporter, to find out how everybody feels about everything and not just certain people. And I feel that it will help me a lot as the years go.
What would you like to become?
A marine biologist.
I think that's wonderful.
Thank you.
What is your name? What is your name?
My name is Rachel Escalera.
And?
I think it's actually the greatest opportunity I've ever had to be in a newscast as a child, because we understand how news reporters are and how camera people are, and it's great.
I would like to ask another question. How do you become involved in this program? Then I would like to interview this young man. How do you become involved in this news staff program?
You have to write a resume, and what you have to put on it is that you could be responsible. You have to put your age, your class, that you can be trusted to be in KWN News. I've been in it 3 years, so I know what to do.
Excuse me, and is this from here or from the district?
It's in certain schools, like our school, PS41 in Brooklyn. And like you have to write resume, cover letter every year, write your experience. It's like writing a resume to go into a real job.
Now, can you do me a favor? Can you please take the camera from this young man so I can interview him, because he has been absolutely wonderful as a cameraman, and I want to give him some credit because he deserves to speak as well.
All right.
Sophia. First, I would like to say thank you so very much for having me here today and interviewing me. I'm Ali Pomposello. I'm the president of Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis School, and I'm also school leadership team chairperson. I would like to interview this young man that has been absolutely such a wonderful host, and I think he's going to be a brilliant newscaster.
Well, thank you.
What is your name?
My name is William, and I thank you for your compliment. And I feel that it's a great honor to be in it. This is my first time on the scene. Well, this will be my last time that I will be able to apply for this KWN News team. I feel that it's going to be good to work with different students and see what they know from their years of experience.
Well, I thank you so very much for letting me interview you, because I have to tell you something. I think that all of you are going to be very successful in whatever you decide to do in the whole world. I'm telling you, it's wonderful. Thank you.
I'm Violet Amata.
Rachel Escalera.
And Sophia Rivera.
We're at the Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis High School for the Local Heroes United in Bravery Award Ceremony. I'm Violet Amata for the KWN News team, and I'm here with
Stephen Menchini of Communities and Schools.
What is today's program about?
Today's program honors the schools. There are 9 schools in the World Trade Center area that had to be evacuated on that awful day in September 11th. And what happened is that the teachers and the principal and the parents and the custodians and the secretaries and everybody pitched in to do the right thing, so no kid was hurt. And many of them did things that are remarkable. Many of them, because the children couldn't get home in the high schools, they set up a cot and they stayed there and they made sure the kids were safe at night. So we have a lot of people who did something, and the media isn't telling about this because there are other stories that are much more dramatic, right? And so we thought these stories should be told because teachers are wonderful human beings and they care about you.
Hello, my name is Sophia Rivera, and today I'm here with
Harold Levy, Schools Chancellor.
Can you tell me what you're doing here?
Well, this is a ceremony to recognize the teachers and the school that were evacuated from the World Trade Center site and the schools where they moved to, and to say thank you to the teachers who did such a wonderful job, and say thank you to the schools who took them in when their buildings were unavailable.
Can you tell me your personal feelings about what happened on September 11th?
Well, I think that a lot of teachers rose to the occasion and protected their students, and a lot of students were saved from injury because of the quick thinking of principals and teachers. So I'm very proud of them.
How do you feel about the teachers that stayed in schools all night to help the students because they didn't know where their parents were?
Very proud of them. I'm very proud of the principals who did that, and about the bus people, the people who supplied food, and the people who provided counseling services, and also proud of the schools that took them in and helped them. This is a moment for all of us to be very pleased and very proud.
Hello, my name is Rachel Escalera from the PS41 KWN News Team, and today I'm here with
Tony Sawyer, Superintendent of Manhattan High Schools.
How do you feel about this whole ceremony?
I think it's a wonderful ceremony. We're very proud of our teachers, our principals, our parents, our students, and everyone who performed valiantly on a very, very fateful day. I'm so proud that so many people did the right thing at the right time to make sure that all of our children in the New York City public school system were safe.
How do you feel about all the teachers that did not get to go home to their families and they had to stay overnight with the children?
I think that tells you something about our teachers and how much they really care about our kids. A lot of folks could have been more concerned about their personal lives, but they chose to think about our young people and their safety, and they did the right thing to make certain that every one of our students were safe.
How do you feel about the whole tragedy that happened on September 11th?
It's a terrible tragedy. We had so many good, innocent, honest, hardworking American people and people from other countries that just wanted to live their lives and do the right things and love their families, and they're gone forever. And that's why it's up to us who are left to make certain that we make their memories special and do everything we can to do the right thing to punish those people responsible.
Did you ever think this would happen in New York?
No, I never did, and it's a very sad day. But the good news about it is a lesson for all of us that are privileged to live in this country. We have to learn to understand and appreciate that a lot of people envy us for that which has come naturally to us. We have to make certain that we take advantage of that great gift, being Americans, and do the right thing so that we can all be proud and live productive lives.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Hello, my name is Rachel Escalera from the PS41 KWN News Team, and today I'm here with...
My name is Ron Tabano. I'm the principal of John V. Lindsay Wildcat Academy Charter School.
What are you doing here today?
We were invited by the communities in schools in New York because our school is located just south of the World Trade Center, and our students were forced to evacuate and were in the street and were hit by the smoke and had to run for their lives, basically. And so we were invited here today by Mr. Blass.
Could you state some personal feelings?
I think what I'm taking away from all of this is how courageous young students are. All our students came back, and the courage that they're showing to come back into the area after what they went through, and even the courage just to get on the subways and to make it back to schools really makes me feel so proud of them.
How do you feel about all the teachers that had to stay with the students during the tragedy?
Again, you know, as brave as the students were, the staff was unbelievable. Staff members took students, some went over the Brooklyn Bridge, some wound up in Staten Island, some wound up in New Jersey. Others took students all the way uptown and tried to get them on buses to go uptown. So it was not just teachers, it was counselors, it was the attendance monitor our attendance monitor was particularly brave. She helped 4 young ladies get out of the area, and they, of course, were hysterical, and she was very calm and motherly and took them out of the area. So I'm proud of the entire staff.
Did you ever expect this to happen in New York?
You know, you always hear about this. You see movies, and you think, that can't happen, not here in New York City. And so I was surprised.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Okay.
Hello, my name is Rachel Escalera from the PS41 Key Witness News Team, and today I'm here with
Neil Marks, Chapter Leader, High School for Leadership and Public Service.
What are you doing here on this day?
Well, my school is one of the schools that had to race out of 90 Trinity Place when the World Trade Center was attacked.
How do you feel about all the teachers that had to stay and that didn't think about their own family during the time?
I think they were very, very brave. I think they did the job they were paid to do and more.
Can you tell me your personal feelings about the whole tragedy?
It's beyond my ability to express. It's so horrible.
Thank you.
Thank you. Excellent job.
Hello, my name is Sophia Rivera, and today I'm here with.
Penny Marshall.
Can you tell me what your profession is?
I'm an actress and director.
Can you tell me what you're doing here tonight?
I'm here to give an award to one of the teachers from the schools that helped the kids get evacuated at Ground Zero.
Can you tell me your personal feelings about the tragedy that happened on September 11th?
I think it's a terrible thing that happened, and anything I could do to help support the people who did come out alive, or the widows of the children, or the children who don't have daddies anymore, I'm here to do it.
Have you lost anybody during the tragedy?
I actually knew a woman who was on one of the planes that was turned around.
How do you feel about the teachers that stayed here all night to help the students because they didn't know where their parents were?
I think that's what now maybe you kids will have a better respect for your teachers.
How has your life been affected by the tragedy?
Well, I'm here in New York. I've been out in California, and everyone's life has been affected by the tragedy, but life must go on, so I'm here to.
Did you expect the tragedy to happen in New York City?
No, I wasn't expecting anything to happen anywhere.
Okay, thank you.
Relax. Relax. Talk to the person you're talking.
Hi, my name is Rachel Escalera, and today I'm here with
Ellen Barkin.
And Lana Barkin.
How were you affected by the tragedy?
Well, my niece goes to IS 89, which is, Lana's my niece, and that's a school that's 4 blocks from where the World Trade Centers were. So that was as deeply as I was affected.
Could you share your feelings about how you felt at the moment?
It was very scary, but we really weren't sure what was happening, so it was just, we were anxious to know what was going to happen, and we were just glad that we were all safe and no one was hurt.
What was the first thing that ran through your mind when the Twin Towers were about to collapse?
The first thing, I saw the second one fall down, so it was very scary. I just thought, like, how my school was, and since my parents were nowhere near that, I wasn't too worried, but I was just worried about how they were going to know where I was and where I was.
Could you express your feelings about how right at the moment that you knew your niece was in school, how did you feel?
I was pretty upset, and my niece had just started school, and so I didn't exactly know where her school was. I ran home, I pulled it up on my computer, I saw the map, I saw she was 4 blocks away. I started to get very, very nervous. I called her father, my brother, and I said, you got to run downtown and find Lana. He hadn't even turned on the news yet, and then he just ran out of the house, and I knew that we would find her. It took a couple of hours. Her mother is a teacher at City College. She couldn't even get out of her building. So it took us, it was very bad, 2 or 3 hours till we found she was safe.
When your school was evacuated, where did all the students go to?
At first, we really didn't know where we were going, so we were just walking up the West Side Highway. But then after a while, our principal decided that we were going to go to Public School 3 on Hudson Street.
How do you feel about all the teachers that stayed overnight watching the students?
I think it's the greatest thing they could have done. And hi, Quince, how are you? Good to see you. Take care. And I know in my son and daughter's school, we live uptown, a lot of the parents called and asked if there were any kids whose parents hadn't come to collect them, to please let us know, and we would come bring them home. But most of the parents showed up.
Thank you.
Thank you. You did a great job.
Hello, my name is Rachel Escalera from the KWN News team, and today I'm here with
Robert Sutton from Park West High School.
Was your life affected by the tragedy?
Yes, very much so. My brother lost his wife with Cantor Fitzgerald. Her name is Claudia Sutton.
Do you have any personal feelings with the tragedy?
Well, I have a lot of hatred, really, towards the people, I guess, who's responsible. But, hatred only fuels more hatred, so I try to make space somewhere for forgiveness. But, when I look and see what my little niece and nephew are going through, because they're now motherless, and it's hard on my brother now as a single parent to, after he's accustomed to being married with his kids, now he has to do it on his own, and with help from us, it's a tragedy.
Hello, my name is Sophia Rivera of the KWN News team program, and today I'm here with
Mr. Gary Wexler.
Has your life been affected by the tragedy that happened on September 11th?
I think as everyone's life has been, yes. Our neighbor lost her daughter, and she was 27 years old, and my daughter's boyfriend, who they had just started going out with each other, and he just had a job in the World Trade Center, started September 1st. He passed away also in the tragedy, and just like anyone else, I don't think our lives will ever be the same.
Hi, my name is Rachel Escalera from the PS41 KWN News team, and today I'm here with
Leslie Kirschenbaum, AOL Time Warner.
How do you feel about the whole tragedy that happened on September 11th?
Well, it's going to change our lives. It's a tragedy beyond the imagination. It's a horrible thing for all of our generations to have to be witness to.
Did you ever expect it to happen in New York?
I have to say, being the city, New York City, it's a target. It's the center of the financial world. It's the heart of so many things that it's a prime target for terrorists. Unfortunate as it is.
How do you feel about the teachers that stayed overnight with the students and didn't think about their own family at the time?
Well, I think that I summed it up by saying that they were local heroes, but they were bigger than local heroes. They were just heroes, and it's beautiful to just be the kind of person who reaches out unconditionally, giving their kindness and their support. It's special people, and we've got incredible citizens and friends and family in New York. They're all around us. They're our teachers, they're our support staffs, they're our bosses. They're all around, and it's beautiful.
What do you feel about all the lives lost during the whole tragedy?
I think it's insurmountable to understand and absorb. It doesn't matter whether it's one life or a lot of lives. It magnifies the tragedy. Every person who was in that building was important to so many people in their lives, and it hurts everybody, and it hurts our New York family.
Did you lose anybody during the tragedy?
I was very lucky to only know of friends. I did not lose a personal friend or family directly, so I was lucky that way. But I had a lot of friends who worked down there who got out just in the nick of time, and they're just still very affected.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sophia Rivera, and I'm here with
Harvey Newman.
Can you tell me what your profession is?
Yes, I am an education reformer. I work with the Center for Educational Innovation, Public Education Association.
Has your life been affected by the tragedy that happened on September 11th?
Yes, it certainly has. In some way, I feel part of my soul is in the souls of those who are no longer here.
Have you lost anybody in your family because of September 11th?
No, but I've lost friends.
What do you feel about when the teacher stayed all night with the kids because the kids didn't know where their parents were?
Well, I know many of those people who did it, and that's why I'm here. I think that teachers are heroes like the firemen and the emergency workers and the policemen, and it's wonderful to know that human nature brings out the very best in people.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you very much.
My name is William Govan, and I'm here with
Agent Johnson.
How was you affected?
My son was in school, and I had to be here and take care of other people's children. I couldn't leave to make sure that he was being safe.
What was your reaction when you heard that one of the towers got hit by the plane?
I was devastated, and I know I had to stay calm because I had to be here. And if I lost my cool, then everything else would go haywire.
Well, at first, were you in disbelief?
Yeah. I thought people just, hopes it was a joke.
Well, what was your feeling when you heard that these two buildings collapsed?
Like I said, I was devastated. There's something that you've seen all your life. Now you won't see it anymore.
Hi, my name is Rachel, and today I'm here with
Marta Amos and Piper Amos.
She's so cute. How would you feel if your daughter was involved with the whole tragedy?
Well, that's a very good question because she basically is involved. We all are with the whole tragedy. And when it happened, after I stopped crying, I realized how blessed we are for every second, and that we have to just tell the people we love them, the people we love, how much we love them all the time. Never take anything for granted, and be kind to one another. And that's what I'm going to teach her when she grows up. Say hi. Hi. She's a happy girl, and I don't ever want that to go away,
I'm Violet Amata for the KWN News team, and I'm here with
Lynette Costo.
Sherry Sesso.
What do you do?
I am actually a meeting and event planner in Boston.
I'm an executive assistant at Dr. Blash's organization.
How do you feel about September 11th?
It was obviously a terrible tragedy, and I had just moved down to New York 2 days before it happened, and I live down in the Battery Park City, so my life has been affected significantly, as has my husband, who lost his office. So just moving down to the area, it's been very difficult this past month, but we're so encouraged by the support that we've seen and felt. Having all the New Yorkers come together is so great to see such a community. And it makes me feel really excited about being a New Yorker. So, a tragedy that was just so terrible. We'll never forget that, but it has brought us together, and like my sister said, the support, the love, the religions all coming together, I think that's terrific. And out of some bad things come some good things sometimes. So,
my name is William Govan, and I'm here with
Sam Blank from the Manhattan Superintendent's Office.
Sam, how was you affected by this September 11th terrorist attack?
Well, I happened to be in the district office, and we watched it on television, and our first thought was the high schools that we're in charge of down at the site. It's difficult now, almost a month later, to say how I'm affected by it, because we'll be affected by it for a very long time. We're trying to provide the students in those schools with kind of proper counseling that they need, as well as the teachers. And in an attempt to heal, we want to move forward, but we'll be grappling with this for a very long time. I think in a time of crisis, that's one of the first things we do, is we reach out to the ones that we love. And thankfully, none of the students down at the World Trade Center site were hurt.
I'm Violet Amata for the KWN News team, and I'm here with
Evelyn Oliveira with Communities and Schools.
How do you feel about September 11th?
September 11th was a tragedy. My husband is a detective, and he was one of the first ones to respond. So being here for local heroes is very important to me because of that aspect. It's a tragedy that has, I think, touched everyone, and something that we all need to learn from, and that's that hatred and racism and religion. All that has to be put aside, and we need to accept each other for who we are as a person.
Got it?
I'm Violet Amata for the Wilderness Museum, and I'm here with.
Hi, I'm Al Dubrow from Communities and Schools.
How do you feel about tonight?
Well, I think it's great. I think it's about time that we honored everybody from the school community. Everyone else is getting honored, and no one from the school community. So I think it's wonderful. Teachers, students, custodians, everyone surrounded with the schools, including the school security, did such an excellent job. And not just in the 8 schools that we're honoring tonight, but in all 1,200 schools in the city of New York.
How do you feel about September 11th?
I think it's a very sad day in U.S. history, but it's certainly a wake-up call, and my heart goes out to all of the families and the victims. I lost a number of friends myself, and I think pretty much everybody else did. However, there's some positives that came out of it, and that being that I think this country is more united than it's been in many years.
How do you feel about America striking back?
I think that we have to. I think we have to root out terrorism. I don't think we can just let them get away with what they've done. And I think all of us, though, have learned a tremendous lesson. We have to have our guard up. And at the same time, I think we have to live our lives. We can't give in to terrorism. So we carry on, and as the mayor said, and the governor said, and the president said, we go on as normal and not give in to terrorism.
Thank you.
Very good.
My name is William Govan, and I'm here with
Ethel Kafinas.
Ethel, how was you affected by the September 11, 2001 terrorist attack?
I did lose a couple of close friends of mine, friends from high school. It affected everyone personally. It affected the city. It affected our country. And it was a terrible tragedy. As a result, it left a lot of people devastated, without jobs, without family members. And the only positive thing that I can see that has come out of this is that it's brought our country together. It's brought our nation together. And it's brought New Yorkers, to emphasize that more, even closer together than we ever were. And hopefully we'll be able to build back up New York City together.
So what was your reaction when you heard that these towers collapsed?
I actually witnessed the second tower being hit by the plane. When the first tower was hit, my initial reaction was similar to everybody's, that we thought maybe it was a freak accident. But as soon as we witnessed the second plane hitting, we knew right then and there that these were the acts of terrorists. And
like you said,
we were scared, we were frightened. You felt very vulnerable.
So, like you said, you witnessed the second plane hit the tower.
Yes.
What was going through your mind at that moment when you saw this plane heading toward this tower?
What was going through my mind were all the people that were affected by this, family, friends, wanting to make sure everyone was okay. I was very saddened. My initial reaction, I cried, as millions of others did as well. So my first reaction, too, was to get in touch with my family members and my close friends that worked in the downtown area.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Hello, my name is William Govan, and I'm here with
Marsha Davis.
Marsha, how was you affected by the September 11th terrorist attack?
Oh, how I was affected? Both. Basically, I was emotionally stressed from having to be the nurse at the high school. I work at the High School of Economics and Finance. I'm the school health aide, and I take care of people. So at that time, I was basically taking care of people, telling my parents everything that I was okay. And then to get bombarded with the ash and all the dust, it was very, very emotional straining on me. Very emotional.
What was your reactions when you heard that these magnificent structures collapsed?
Well, like they said, they were monuments, because I take my kids down there, go shopping down in the World Trade. There are a lot of different business areas down there that basically me and my kids and them go to, my school, my business area of my school. So I was very heartbroken, because that's one structure that we always see while driving, taking your kids down there, because you go to the different music festivals, different dinners, and basically I was very heartbroken that it was destroyed.
I'm Violet Amata for KWN News Team, and I'm here with
Conrad Sparnoff, math teacher from the High School for Leadership and Public Service.
How do you feel about September 11th?
I think it was a very tragic event, and being only a few blocks away from it was very devastating, to say the least.
How do you feel about America striking back?
Well, I mean, I think whether we struck back or not, they would be doing something else to us, so unfortunately, we have to strike back.
Thank you. I'm Violet Amata for KWN News Team, and I'm here with.
My name is Petra Candler. Hello.
What do you do?
I'm a teacher at High School of Economics and Finance. I'm an international teacher, and I'm from Austria, and I teach earth science.
How do you feel about September 11th?
It was the most frightening experience in my whole entire life. I had to run for my life, and I had great kids that followed what I was telling them.
How do you feel about America striking back?
It's a very difficult issue, I think, and I don't want to be in war, and I do not support war, and I hope we can all sort it out in a peaceful way.
Thank you.
My name is William Govan, and I'm here with
Scott Schaffner.
Scott. How was you affected by the September 11th terrorist attack?
Well, our school's been relocated ever since. I lost a couple people who were close to me. And I'm also the athletic director at the High School of Economics and Finance. And we're going to school 1 to 6 now. So it's tough to have any sports programs because we usually have games at 4 o'clock. So the kids are going to have to miss school. And now more than ever, the kids really need to play some sports. So it's been tough.
So what was your reaction when you heard these national monuments fall?
Oh, I was just terrified for my life. I didn't really ever realize that the buildings would come down. We were running all for our lives. And, you know, while we were running, I had one of the kids put on 1010 Winds radio, and they told me the Pentagon was gone, the Capitol was gone. So at that point, I thought it was the end of the world or something, you know?
My name is William Govan, and I'm here with
Yolanda Dillard.
How was you affected by the September 11th terrorist attack?
I was kind of affected because I was scared because my school was in Manhattan and it's kind of close to what happened around there. So in a way, I was kind of scared to go to school and come back home because when we got there, they was like how we couldn't leave the building. And I was scared that I wouldn't be able to go home because they were saying that everybody had to stay in school a little longer because the bridges was closed and things like that. So that's really it.
What was your reaction when you heard that a plane hit one of the towers?
I didn't really know. I didn't really believe it until I got home and watched it on TV. Because you know how a lot of times when you hear things, it's always a lot of rumors going around. But when you see it, then you just think about like, dang, is it really true? Or is it just a dream? And stuff like that.
Hi, my name is Rachel Escalera from the KWN News Team, and today I'm here with
Clarence Parker from Park West High School.
Clarence, can you tell me what are you doing here today?
We're catering for the functions that they have at Jacqueline and Onassis today for the tragedy on September 11th.
In any way were you affected by the tragedy on September 11th?
I was quite traumatized. I couldn't remember my name, my social security. I couldn't remember nothing.
Hello, my name is Sophia Rivera, and today I'm here with
Tamika Thomas.
Can you tell me what you're doing here?
Yes, I will be accompanying the stars and the company to our auditorium upstairs to our conference room for their appearance.
Has your life been affected by the tragedy that happened on September 7th?
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
In what ways?
I used to work at the World Trade Center in the Port Authority on the 64th floor, and I lost a couple of friends, and my job has relocated and I no longer have a job.
How you feel about when the teachers stayed here all night to help the students because they didn't know where their parents were?
That was scary. I personally was able to go home because my dad works 2 blocks from here, but I had friends that had to stay in school, and a lot of people were very nervous, and it's nerve-wracking to not know if your parent is alive or not.
Thank you.
my name is Rachel Escalera from the PS41 KWN News team, and today I'm here with
Jahaira Caraballo.
Was your life affected by the tragedy?
It wasn't really affected personally, but it's just something to learn from, to live life to the fullest from now on, and to be appreciative for everything you have.
Could you tell me some personal feelings you have about it?
I'm scared sometimes, but you gotta live on, and I'm just trying to live.
Would you ever expect for the tragedy to happen here in New York?
I didn't expect it, but you know, everything happens for a reason, and I'm not glad it happened, but at least it united us more now, and we all love each other, I guess.
Did you make it home when the whole tragedy happened?
Did I make it home? I walked home from here to the Bronx. It was very far, but when you're scared, you don't really notice how much you walked. So I just walked a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Hello, my name is Sophia Rivera, and today I'm here with...
My name is Diana and Sheena.
Can you tell me your personal feelings about the tragedy?
Well, I'm devastated. My heart is broken. I actually didn't lose anyone in the tragedy, but I feel for everyone who did. It hit close to home, and I think it's a sad situation.
Well, I feel very sad about the situation, and I didn't lose anyone neither, but it's a tragedy that a lot of kids lost their parents and grandparents and stuff.
Has your life been affected by the terrorist attack? If so, why?
Yes, it has. Every time I'm downtown, I always think a building is going to collapse. Whenever I see a plane in the sky, I'm scared.
It affected my life because, like, I feel like I have to watch everything that I do. Like, every time I see a plane or just hear a noise, I'm scared. It makes me nervous.
I'm Violet Amata for the KWN News team I'm here with.
My name is Gary Wexler. I'm the former principal of PSIS 41, and I'm now a representative of communities in school.
How do you feel about September 11th?
Wow, that's terrible. I think as every other person, every other decent person, every other American, I think our lives will never be the same. Personally, as I said in the other interview, my daughter's boyfriend just started working there at September 1st. He's still missing. And our neighbor had a daughter of 27 years old, and she's still missing. So personally, it's hit. But again, I think it's hit in our lives. Unfortunately, for you younger people, will never be the same.
How do you feel about today?
This sounds wonderful. I'm really excited to see the people who did these great deeds, the staff, the teachers, the assistant principals, the principals who stayed with children overnight and really didn't even care for their families at that time. They put the children who they were working with first and their families second. So I can't wait till the ceremony starts so we all can really applaud for them and give them their beautiful plaques.
Look at all the delicious food. Tasty. I sure would like some.
What is this called?
This is mozzarella and tomato with parsley on top.
And this?
This is salmon with what's that? Salmon. Yeah, salmon with what? Scallions, capers, parsley, green onions, all of that on top. And this forced meat. Basically, it's meat packed into like a casserole dish, and you bake it off and you turn around. Just like meatloaf. Like something like meatloaf, but like a French type. And it got parsley on top, basil, and that looked like cabbage.
May I ask what these are? These little green things?
Like little pickles. Little pickles, baby pickles.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm Violet Amata for the KWN News team I'm here with.
Sharifa Thomas from Park West High School.
Vanessa James from Park West High School.
How do you feel about September 11th?
Oh man, I think it was devastating, all the people that died, and I think God have everything in plan and everything happened for a reason, and hopefully, we could go back to where we was before, That's about it.
I was shocked, surprised, and I couldn't believe it that all this happened in one day, and I wish everything come back together like it was what it used to be.
What is your job for tonight?
Basically, we are caterers. We cater the guests that come here because we go to school for cooking anyway. We go to high school for cooking. We're seniors. So right now, we're just doing it as an experience because I'm planning to go to college for it. So it's basically to serve people and be polite and be generous.
Look at this beautiful cake. I'm Violet Amata for KWN News, and I'm here with...
Hi, my name is Jasenia Luke. We're from Park West High School, and we're serving fruit cups to the policemen and the guests.
How do you feel about being here tonight?
Very proud and honored to work with all these students here and see all these faces here. So I'm very honored to be here.
How do you feel about everything that's going on?
It's terrible what's going on because so many things happen, but we came out stronger from it, so we'll get through it. So.
Thank you.
My name is William Govan, and I'm here with
Chef Turgeon.
Chef Turgeon. How was you affected by the September 11th terrorist attack?
It was a tragic thing. I'm a teacher at Park West High School, and when we received the news, we just flabbergasted. It was absolutely tragic.
When you heard that these monuments fell, what was your reaction?
I found it was unbelievable. Just having seen them before and knowing the size and the magnitude of the buildings, it just was almost unbelievable until we actually saw that they were gone.
So, how do you feel about America striking back?
I think it's something that we need to do because too many lives were lost needlessly, and they were civilian lives, and it's should have never happened.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is William Govan, and I'm here with
Ali Pombocello, the PA president, also the chair of the school leadership team, and I'm very excited about all the marvelous things that are happening at JKO, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis School. I believe that education is most important, and I believe that our kids deserve the best. So, what questions do you have to ask me?
How was you affected by the September 11th terrorist attack?
Well, I was affected in many, many, many ways because I have lost many friends. And my husband's job, a lot of the waiters that worked there, unfortunately, are not alive. But I believe in one thing, that you always have to stay positive and you always have to be good to people. One thing that I want you to know is this, that although people say that we've become better and friendlier, I think that we have always been friendly and wonderful all the time. I don't think that just because of this disaster that we became friendlier. People are people.
I was shocked. I didn't think it could be true. Looking over and over on the attack of America, it feels like you're watching a movie. After hearing Tuesday's news, I was shocked. I didn't think it could be true. Looking over and over on the attack on America. It feels like you're watching a movie.
And then give Violet the camera. I'll be surprised if they do. Why don't you read the words? Just read it into the mic as you say. William, don't turn the camera off. Just leave it on because she's going to say
This
something.
They could break our buildings and kill our innocent family members, but they can't kill and break our hopes and dreams, and most of all, our American flag. God bless America. By Solange Regress. As I heard about the tragedy, I thought about the innocent people and about the United States' safety. During the day, New York was shocked and sad about the Twin Towers collapse. Civilians came from all over New York to donate blood in some hospitals. Radio and televisions were just talking about the tragedy and that New York was under attack. By Sonia Muniz.
Ready? Tell me when you get on. With all this, Americans have showed that in time of crisis, we all come together doing anything and everything we can, making us every day more proud of where we live and what we were taught, filling us with American pride. By Mabel Collin. I'm gonna go to this one right here. Why would people do something so terrible, and who could make them all think this is a good idea? Who would make them believe they wanted to destroy places so important? Hectic, killing, announce people on planes, hard-working people and buildings, innocent people around near buildings. People trying to save others, killing themselves.
There's more on the other side.
Freedom and security. Would I give some of my freedom to gain a rescue unit to again a rescue United States? Yes. The tragedy that happened on Tuesday, September 11th, 2001 was horrible. 4 planes were kidnapped. One crashed into the Pentagon, supposedly one of the most rescue places in the world. How rescue was it? Not enough. I would give up some of my freedom as something like this not to happen again. The United States is one of the most powerful countries, and if it happened here, it could happen anywhere. We have to be sure that a tragedy like this one doesn't happen again. I feel very upset and see because of what happened. The terrorists destroyed a big part of our country. A lot of people were hurt, died. A lot of people won't be seen going home to their kids because of the terrorists' wrongdoings. I feel very sad for the people that are still trying to look for the loved ones. I also believe that the Twin Towers should not be rebuilt because it would just be another target for more terrorists to attack. I really hope Bush has a solution.
Any of you like to be interviewed about your feelings on what happened? No?
How do I feel after hearing Tuesday's news? After hearing what had happened on Tuesday at the World Trade Center, I was completely shocked. I did not know what to say. So many things were going through my head, like what was happening or why I felt sad of the families who had probably lost their loved ones because I knew that they were devastated. Just as I w- just as I see my sister goes to the school right behind it, and her school went down as well. I didn't know where she was or who she was with or whether she was dead or alive. I mean, these people are extremely selfish and thoughtless. How could they possibly kill so many innocent people, innocent lives, and not even care? Greatly. I am right now for the fact that my sister is okay, and I pray to God that what happened that day, September 11, 2001, will never be forgotten. I also wanted to send out my sorrow to the families of those who were lost in the tragedy, because I know that if it feels like will be when will be when will we be able to at last live in peace? That this incident is chaos. Everybody, or at least every New Yorker life, we all know it's not oughting to be the same without all those people in the World Trade Center who died, who kept the streets of New York crowded and always alive. All right, cut.
Stephen Mankini helps communities and schools.
What is your job?
My job for today is to make sure that everyone appreciates all these people and that the program runs well.
What is today's program about?
Today's program honors the schools. There are 9 schools in the World Trade Center area that had to be evacuated on that awful day in September 11th. And what happened is that the teachers and the principal and the parents and the custodians and the secretaries and everybody pitched in to do the right thing so no kid was hurt. And many of them did things that are remarkable. Many of them, because the children couldn't get home in the high schools, they set up a cot and they stayed there and they made sure the kids were safe at night. So we have a lot of people who did something, and the media isn't telling about this because there are other stories that are much more dramatic, right? And so we thought these stories should be told. Because teachers are wonderful human beings, and they care about you. And when your parents send you to school, they expect you to be protected, right? They don't expect you to be harmed in any way. So a parent trusts a teacher, right? And teachers respect that, and they want to do the best thing they can so that they fulfill the obligations of what they have assumed when they become professionals. That's why teachers need to be praised. And they're good people. There are a lot of good people today who will be praised. Okay?
Who inspired this day?
Well, I think a lot of people inspired this day, but who inspired it were the teachers. They're the heroes. They're the ones who decided that today was, they made all of us aware of them, how good they are. So who inspired it? Your teachers inspired it, and your principals, and your secretaries, and your custodians. They all inspired it because they really care. Let's face it, they know more than they know, but they know what it means to be a teacher. Thank you. Good luck to you.
You get a picture of you two shaking hands together?
Okay. There you go. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are standing inside where the ceremony will take place. Look at these beautiful people. They're setting up. They're ready. Students are ready, prepared to give these honors to these morals to the honoring people who stayed during this tragedy attack, not caring about not worrying about their families, worrying about the students in the school. I hope and pray, like most of the other students say, I hope and pray that New York gets back on their feet and return to normal.